visible to all of you? Yes. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what is Java loop statement? There may be a situation when we need to execute a block of code several number of times. Okay. So in general, statements are executed sequentially, but if you want to execute some of the statement frequently, then loop comes in the consideration. So a loop statement allow us to execute a statement or group of a statement multiple times. Okay, so this is a general diagram for executing loop in any programming language, right? So your program starts from here, start, and then if some condition is satisfied, then the loop is executed several number of time, and if condition is not satisfied, then your program come out from the loop. So if I want to execute some of the statement multiple time, then I need to write the loop, okay, in any programming language. So this is very simple thing. Okay. So in Java, this slide is very important. Java programming language provide the following types of loop to handle the looping requirement. Okay. So three types of loop you can write in Java language. First one is while loop, second one is for loop, and third one is do while loop. The concept of while loop, for loop, and do while loop is similar as a C language concept in Java. Okay, so what is while loop? If you remember, while loop is a repeated statement or group of a statement while a given condition is true. It tests the condition before executing the loop body. Okay, so first in while loop, the condition is checked, and if the condition is satisfied, then block of statements are executed. Okay, and then next we are having for loop. The for loop is execute a sequence of a statement multiple times and abbreviation the code that manages the loop variable. So there is a syntax for writing for loop as well. There is a syntax for writing while loop. I will give you one example for each, how to write program in Java using while loop, for loop, and do while loop. And if you remember do while loop is like a while statement, except that it tests the condition at the end of the loop body. Okay, so hope you understand the difference between do while loop and while loop. In while loop, first the condition will be checked and then the block of statement is executed. But in do while loop, first time the statements are executed and the last you need to check the condition. Okay, so this is the basic difference between while and do while loop. And the for loop is again there for execute a block of statement frequently. So next you are having loop control statement. Loop control statement to change the execution from its normal sequence. If you write some loop, say you are writing a loop using while loop or do while loop or for loop. So there are some loop control statement to break the execution or to continue execution of the loop. Okay. When execution leaves a scope, all automatic objects that were created in the scopes are destroyed. So Java provides two types of control statement. First one is a break statement and second one is continue statement. So break is a keyword, student. Break, why we use break? It terminates the loop or switch statement and transfers the execution to the statement immediately following the loop or switch. So where we can use loop, where we can use break in Java, we can use break is a keyword. We can use it inside any loop statement or in the switch statement. So switch is again the control statement. When we write switch statement, then we use break. Okay, so what is the meaning of break? Break means come out of the block. If you are writing while loop or do while loop or for loop, and inside that you write break means you are come out from that loop. Likewise, for if you are writing switch case, and in the switch case, in each case you are writing break means you need to come out from that case. So this is the meaning of break statement. Second control statement, you are having continue statement. So continue is cause the loop to skip the remainder of the body and immediately retests its condition prior to the retearing. Means what continue statement says, what if you write continue inside any loop statement means, suppose there are 5 statements in a block. After 3 statements you write continue means what remaining 2 statements for that loop variable will be skipped and your program will execute it from the next iteration. Okay, so this is nothing but the continue statement. So hope you understand. In Java, you can write a program in loop using while loop, for loop, and do while loop. And again, you are having two type of control statement which you can write inside the loop. That is break statement and continuous statement. Okay. Next is a for loop. Java provide enhanced for loop in Java. As of Java 5, the enhanced for loop was introduced after Java 5. After version Java 5, you can write an enhanced for loop. This is mainly used to traverse the collection of element, including arrays. So if I want to traverse, the number of element present in array, then you can write directly for loop for this. So what is the syntax for writing for loop? For declaration, then colon, and then expression. And in the block, you need to write the statements. So declaration means what? A declaration means a newly declared block variable is of type compatible with the element of the array you are accessing, and the variable will be available within the for block, and its value would be the same as the current array element. Okay. And then you are having expression to evaluate for the array you need to loop through. Okay, we'll take one example and explain you. I write one demo program for using for loop to traverse the array, right? So you know what is array, all of you. I think you know the array. What is array? Can anybody tell me? Just kindly unmute yourself and tell me the definition of array, any one of you, so that I can show you one program in which I am using for loop to display the element present in array. What is array? You know C language, yes? All of you.
It is used to store multiple values.
It is used to store multiple values. Array is a container for storing similar type of data element,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes.
Similar type means you can store either integer, all the values
Integer,
are integer,
character,
or
float.
float, or string, like this.
Yeah.
And again, okay. So this is the definition of array. So I will show you one program, test.java, how you can write for loop for traverse an array. So hope you remember how to run Java program, all of you, as I'm using Notepad++. So this is my test.java program. This is visible, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is simple program. So what I'm doing here is I'm writing only single class, that is test. So obviously if I writing only one class, then void main function will be there inside this class only, right? And after that I'm declaring an array. And what is the name of the array? It's very simple. The name of the array is numbers. Okay, and type of element present in array are type integer. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements present in the array, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. The numbers are fixed. Now you check, I'm writing for loop. All of you please concentrate on line number 6 to line number 9. 6 to 9. Here we are using for loop. For int x colon numbers, right? So what is x here? X is nothing but the loop variable, and type of that loop variable is integer. Okay, and that loop variable is start from which number? Colon, and then I'm giving numbers. So what is numbers here? Numbers is nothing but the name of the array. Okay, numbers is nothing but the name of the array. So obviously, the value of x will automatically initialize with 0. Okay, now system will print first 0, then comma, means it will print the first value of the array, that is 10, and then it will traverse from 10 to 20, 30, 40, and 50. So using line number 6 to 9, I'm writing for loop, and the purpose of this for loop is to display the element present in collection type. And here is the collection type is array. Okay. So another way of reverse this is you can write for int x is equals to 1, x less than equals to 5, x plus plus system dot out dot println x numbers and I. Okay, so you can write some other way, but this is another way of writing for loop. Likewise, if you can say line number 11, what is line number 11? String and names. I'm defining one array of type string, and there are 4 names are stored in that array. That is James, Larry, Tom, and Lacey. These are the elements present in the names, right? And if I want to print the element present in the array, then again you can concentrate on line number 13 to 15. I'm again writing one for loop to display the element present in the string array. Okay, any doubt, student? All of you please go through this code. I will give you 1 minute. Try to read the line of code. Any doubt, then please ask. And what will be the name of this program? If you write this program, okay, so what will be the name of this program? The name of the class .java. How you can save it? Test T capital .java. Okay. And after that, you need to execute this program. How we can execute it? First, you need to compile it. My program I'm going to store in JPL 2020, and programs is the name of the folder in D drive. Okay. After that, I need to compile it first. Javac test.java is the name of the program. My compilation is successful. Okay, then I need to run the program. Hope you remember how to run the program. Java interpreter you need to use. And this is the output. Okay, each number is separated by comma sign. As I'm giving system.out.println comma here, you can concentrate on line number 8. And remember, I'm using print, not println. If I write println, then each and every element will be displayed in the next line. And no need to give the comma sign. Okay. Suppose here I make it comment, and here I write ln. Sorry. Then what happened? You need to save your program. Again, we need to compile it. Compilation is successful, and then we need to run it. Each and every element will be displayed in next line. Okay. So hope you understand this program. This is another way of writing for loop in Java. If you want to traverse the entire element present in the array, they can use this one. And suppose I want to find out the average of the element present in the array, and some more calculation if I want to perform, then I can do it inside the for loop. Hope you understand, everyone. Let me know whether you are able to understand or not, so that I can go ahead. Still students are coming. Just any doubt, then please let me know. Shall I go ahead, Divya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. It's a very simple program, okay? So don't be worried. So next we are having decision-making statement. Decision-making statement, as you already know, is a structure have one or more condition to be evaluated or tested by the program, along with the statement or statement data to be executed if the condition is determined to be true. Okay, so this diagram show you the general structure of writing decision-making statement in any programming language. First, the condition will be checked. If the condition is true, then condition code will be executed. If not, then the system will not execute the block of statement. Okay, so this is decision-making statement. I hope you understand the difference between decision-making and control statement. Control statement means what? Loop statement and decision making statement. Loop statement means what? You need to execute block of statement n number of times. But in this decision making statement, the block of statement is executed only once. If the condition is satisfied, then the statements are executed and the system will come out of the block. Okay, and obviously we can write decision making statement inside the loop statement, or we can write a loop statement inside the decision making statement to solve the particular problem. Okay, so in Java, this slide is very important. Again, student, in Java, you can write decision making statement using if statement. So hope you remember what is the if statement. Same as C language concept. Then second one is if else statement you are having. Then you are having nested if else statement, and then you are having switch statement. Okay, so hope you remember all this concept. Now I am going to show you some program for you. That is first a while demo, while program, how we can write while loop in Java. The next one is how we can write do while loop in Java. Then how to find out prime number. So this prime number program is to show you how to write for loop in Java. And the last one is menu.java. This is nothing but how you can write switch case inside the do while loop. Okay. So hope you understand the meaning of if else, nested if, and switch. No need to explain each and everything again and again. Directly jump to the program. First one is while demo. This program, I write a simple program for you, how to write while loop in Java, right? So the name of the class is while demo. Okay, and obviously one class is there, then you need to write void main function inside this. Okay, and I initialize one variable int count is equals to 1, and then line number 5 while loop is start, while in the bracket you need to write the condition. My condition is count is less than 11. Okay, and then system.out.println, it will print the value of count. So what will be the output of this program? Student, tell me fast. Very simple program. After this lecture, I will give you one big programming assignment, okay, student, in which you need to use all the loop concept, that is while loop, for loop, do while loop, array, switch case, everything you need to use. This is just revision of you. So tell me what will be the output of this program fast. Anyone? Otherwise, I will call out the name.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
All the numbers will be printed from 1 to 10.
1 to 10, very good. So no need to run this program. I think generally I will show you next program, do while loop, okay? Hope everybody understand. No? Next program is class do while demo. So here, this is the syntax for writing do while loop. The same program as while demo. Int count is equals to 1, line number 4, and after that I'm writing do. Do, and in the bracket system.out.println the count value, and then after the block and after the bracket close I'm writing while condition. So what is the difference between while loop and do while loop? In do while loop, the condition is checked at last. Means at least one time the block of statement will be executed, and after that the condition will be checked. Now tell me what will be the output of this program?
Numbers from 1 to 11.
Numbers from 1 to 11. Okay. So no need to run this program again. Hope you understand, everyone. And You understand what is the difference between while and do while, and how to write while loop and do while.